Hi, this is Chris Burton with Newfangled Opera, and today we have with us Yvonne Freckmann from the University of Louisville. How are you today?
I'm doing great, thanks.
Good, good. Really excited to have you with us today. If you could kind of introduce yourself, give us an idea of what your background is like, how you became interested in composition. It's like that. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. Well, I'm excited to say that I passed my oral examinations for my master's.
Excellent.
So in composition. So that's been a really big milestone for me. And 2 years here in Louisville have been great. I studied with Dr. Mark Satterwhite for acoustic composition, and Krzysztof Bolek, Allison Ogden for my electronics.
Okay.
How I got into composition, well, like most people, it comes through playing an instrument, and piano is my main one. So, I love practicing, and then when you get tired of that, then you go and improvise your own things, and that's kind of how I got started in that. And I wasn't really serious about composing until college, actually. And one of my friends, Tom Beverly, who's a composer, one day he was sitting on the couch in the the student lounge and said, "Oh, I wish there were more composers here." And I said, "Well, I guess I'll try," and I said, "I'll sign up for a lesson." And that's really how it started.
And it was love at first sight, I guess.
Yes. And so then I double majored in piano and composition at Trinity University, and that's in San Antonio, where I'm from.
Okay.
One of my home areas, I guess, or hometowns. And yeah, so that's how I got started and how I got into theater, music, and such. It was actually in high school. I went to a performing arts school, and we did a lot of musicals, and I played in the pit, on clarinet, or I played piano and stuff like that. So that's kind of come into it from the pit perspective, looking up at the singers and stuff. So, and in my junior year, I did some incidental music for a play called Booth.
Okay.
And so that's kind of how I got into my first writing for theater with, action happening on stage and such. And then something really cool, University of Louisville has this fellowship called the Baumhard Fellowship.
Okay.
And named after Moritz Baumhard. He's a opera conductor, and he founder of Kentucky Opera. So we were really encouraged to write a lot of vocal music. So I did a song cycle with like spam messages, and then it that was just soprano and piano, and then it grew out to the next project, which is the pocket opera. So Close Encounters of the Hillbilly Kind.
Yeah.
So,
Excellent.
so yeah, that's kind of an overview of
yeah,
where I've come from and
great.
Where I'm headed.
So, Close Encounters of the Hillbilly Kind is the opera that we're going to be doing of yours. Tell us a little bit about how that came about, what the process was there.
Sure. Well, actually, it's an autobiographical piece in some ways. When I first moved here in August 2011, I believe, in September, I decided, my mom encouraged me to take the bus and, save gas and that sort of thing. And so I said, okay, well, it's Saturday, I have time, I can check it out. And so then in between transfers, I met this very interesting person who described himself as a hillbilly. And we just had this really long conversation, and, was trying to pick me up, plus all these other things, talking about his daughters. And it's one of those really awkward situations where you can't believe that you're in it, but then you don't want to leave because you want to memorize every detail.
Of course.
So my friends loved hearing the story, and then I just thought, well, what if I made it into a piece? So that's really where it came from.
Very cool. Well, if the guy was anything like the character that's in your opera, I'm sure that was an interesting conversation.
Definitely.
To be sure. Do you have any kind of you write a lot for, or you write a lot for theatrical things, operatic things? Is that true?
Yeah, I'm getting more into it. Yeah, my thesis project was setting some stories by Carl Sandburg. Mm. He's an American poet and author, and that's kind of more in the children's story vein.
Oh, excellent.
But yeah, as soon as I really got into text, working with text, working with singers, and I just really got hooked. So
it kind of draws you in, yeah.
Yes.
Well, yeah, thanks for meeting with us today. Again, this is Yvonne Freckmann. We're going to be performing her work, The Close Encounter of the Hillbilly Kind, at our newfangled Festival of Opera. It's June 7th and 8th at the University of New Orleans. So if you're in the area, we'd love to come see you.
Yeah,
Thanks for talking
I'll be there, so you come meet me afterwards.
And you can meet her there. Excellent. All right, thanks for talking with us.
Thank you.